Good evening once again. Now we will start this sutta reading session with Namo Tassa. You can join with me. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Today we will start the discussion, start the Dhamma reading session from the Dīghanikāya 31 Sutta, which is advice to Sigalaka. I will share the screen. I think all can see the screen now, so that both my your ear contact and eye contact can be with the sutta. This is from Dīghanikāya 31, advice to Sigālaka. This is the translation by Bhikkhu Sujato. Now we'll start the reading session. So I have heard at one time the Buddha was staying near Rajagaha in the bamboo grove, the squirrel's feeding ground. Now at that time, the householder's son Sigalaka rose early and left Rajagaha. With his clothes and hair all wet, he raised his joined palms to rever the various quarters: east, south, west, north, below, and above. Then the Buddha roped up in the morning, and taking his bowl and rope, entered Rajagaha for alms. He saw Sigalaka revering the quarters and said to him, "Householder's son, why are you revering the quarters in this way?" "Sir, on his deathbed, my father said to me, 'My dear, please revere the quarters, honoring, respecting, and venerating my father's words.' I rose early and left Rajagaha, and with my clothes and hair all wet, raised my joined palms to revere the various quarters: east, south, west, north, below, and above." Like this is a tradition in even in India. Like some of the devotees will after their after their bathing, they go outside and with joined palms they pray. They pray the sun, and some people even today may carry out the joining palms and outside and pray in all the directions. In similar way, Sigalaka was went outside after having clothes wet and hair wet. He went outside. He was with joined palms. He is honoring and respecting in all the direction. That is north, east, south, west, below, and above. And what he was saying that during his deathbed of his father told him to revere in all these directions. Now we'll continue, move forward. What was the discussion? Householder's son, that's not how the six directions should be revered in the training of the noble one. But sir, how should the six direction be revered in the training of the noble one? Sir, please teach me this. Well then, householder's son, listen and apply your mind well. I will speak. Yes, sir, replied Sigalaka. The Buddha said this. Householder's son, a noble disciple, gives up 4 corrupt deeds, does not do bad deeds on 4 grounds, and avoids 6 drains on wealth. when they have left these 14 bad things behind, they have the 6 directions covered. They are practicing to win in both worlds, and they succeed in this world and the next. When their body breaks up after death, they are reborn in a good place, a heavenly realm. Here, Buddha is saying that uh, the the way the Sigalaka was honoring, respecting, is not the way in which the Buddha taught, not the one in which the noble or wise people follows. What Buddha was advising him was like following some of the deeds which needs to be followed. What needs to be followed? It is explained in below. And by following these things, one not only gains succeeds in this world, but also in the next world, in both next world wherever he is reborn. And what are the deeds in which Buddha was advising? First thing which was discussing was 4 corrupt deeds. What 4 corrupt deeds have they given up? Killing living creatures, stealing, sexual misconduct, and lying. These are the 4 corrupt deeds. These are the 4 corrupt deeds they have given up. That is what the Buddha said. Then the Holy One, the teacher, went on to say killing, stealing, telling lies, and committing adultery. Astute people don't praise these things. Basically, what Buddha was saying was to follow the precepts. And these killing, stealing, and telling lies and committing adultery are part of our precepts, which we take morning in daily. And we know when we follow the precepts, our mind tends to be in a peace state. And whenever we break our precepts, immediately the agitated mind will start. Therefore, we always try to do our activities within the framework of our precepts. And next, we are going forward. 4 grounds. And what 4 grounds do they not do bad deeds? One does bad deeds prejudiced by favoritism, hostility, stupidity, and cowardice. When a noble disciple is not prejudiced by favoritism, hostility, stupidity, and cowardice, they don't do bad deeds on these grounds, 4 grounds. That is what the Buddha said. That the Holy One, the Teacher One, went on to say, if you act against the teaching out of favoritism, hostility, cowardice, or stupidity, your frame strings like the moon in the waning fortnight. If you don't act against the teaching out of favoritism, hostility, cowardice, and stupidity, your fame swells like the moon in the waxing fortnight. Basically, here Buddha was saying to follow the good deeds, like without any favoritism to anything, anyone, having a good moral conduct. These are the basic things which Buddha was telling here. And and here next thing was Buddha was talking is about 6 drains on wealth. What 6 drains on wealth do they avoid? Habitually engaging in the following things is a drain on wealth. Drinking alcohol, roaming the streets at night, frequenting festivals, gambling, bad friends, laziness. 6 drawbacks of drinking. There are these 6 drawbacks of habitually drinking alcohol. It is immediate loss of wealth, promotion of quarrels, susceptibility to illness, disrepute, indecent exposure, and weakened wisdom is the sixth thing. These are the six drawbacks of habitually drinking alcohol. As you know, if someone is violating the precept of following, if he is habitually drinking alcohol, if we see in a different perspective, if you are a watcher of those victims, you can see that what actually he is doing is he is spending some money from his own earning or others earning to the thing which is not good for the health, and he's because of that following that habitual drinking, definitely one loses wealth. And one if one takes intoxicants or drinking alcohol, one will not know what he will be doing after drinking. Therefore, there is a chance of promotion of quarrels. There is a quarrels. And you know that taking alcohol is not good for health, and continuous drinking of alcohol will definitely lead to illness to his body or his mind and total body, we can say. And since he habitually takes drinking, definitely there will not be a much reputation in the society when he takes in that way. And since he is taking habitual drinking, he will be exposed to a society, he will be in a society where is most of the friends maybe of those who takes alcohol, and he is exposed to indecent exposure. And because of his continuous drinking of alcohol, what he is the wisdom level or the understanding level which he may be having, he may get weakened. This is the six drawbacks of drinking. Therefore, we need to abstain from taking drugs and alcohol, which is one of the precepts which we take daily. And we need to take the precept daily. And six drawbacks of roaming the streets at night. There are these six drawbacks of roaming the streets at night. Yourself, your partners, and children, and your property are all left unguarded. You are suspected of bad deeds. Untrue rumors spread about you. You are at the forefront of many things that entail suffering. These are the six drawbacks of roaming the streets at night. Really, it is a wonder to see how the sutta is relating to present world. Even you can practically see that if one roams the streets at a very late night, definitely that yourself or your family members, your left your and your property is left unguarded. Let us say if someone is roaming in the night by leaving his house, then definitely he is not guarding his property or not guarding his family members. That's why here first drawback of roaming in the streets in the night is your property are left unguarded. And if someone goes outside in the late night, if one sees, then one definitely thinks in a mind that in a very bad time someone is roaming. One may think about it. That's what Buddha said, that you are suspected of bad deeds. And since someone roams in the late night, definitely some rumors will be felt that the such and such a person is roaming. Therefore, and last thing, definitely one if one goes late at night, he may be end up in suffering. Therefore, these are the six drawbacks of roaming the streets at night. Therefore, we need to avoid the roaming of streets at the night. And now next, there are six drawbacks of festivals. Here, basically, the Buddha, what festivals he was talking was about the gatherings in the families or parties which the Buddha was talking about. These six drawbacks of frequenting festivals. You're always thinking, where's the dancing? Where's the singing? Where's the music? Where are the stories? Where are the applause? Where are the kettle drums? These are the six drawbacks of frequenting festivals. This is an example, like let us say some person is frequently going to any music or festivals, then always his mind tends like today where is the dancing, today where is the singing, and the ability of mind, thinking mind will also go in such a way that his intention of daily is intention will be like where is today's music, where are the stories, where are the kettle drums, one may think about it. Therefore these are the six drawbacks of frequently going and attending any music or festivals. And six drawbacks of gambling. There are these six drawbacks of habitually gambling. Victory breeds enmity. The loser mounts their money. There is immediate loss of wealth. A gambler's word carries no weight in public assembly. Friends and colleagues treat them with contempt. And no one want to marry a gambler, for they think this individual is gambler. They are not able to support a partner. These are the six drawbacks of habitually gambling. Here Buddha was saying that there are the six drawbacks of gambling. You know, gambling means we can say that there are some of the place like card games, we can say lucky draw related games. These games are like it is like it may be chance of win or lose or win, and we cannot predict who will win or who will lose in those games. These are the gambling. And let us say one wins and definitely one will lose it. What happens basically because of this gambling is one loses the wealth. There's an immediate loss of wealth, like someone takes a betting, like if we may read in newspapers, somewhere someone gets betting, and someone, let us say, puts money in that if he loses that game, then definitely it is an immediate loss of wealth. And let us say if he habitually doing it, then in public also, like in society at a large, will say, will not value the people who frequently do these types of things. And their friends and colleagues who does this habitual gambling will have a contempt. And the Buddha was saying that those person who are involved habitually in gambling will not they will not one no, and no one wants to marry them, because they could not they have a tendency in their mind that they could not support the partner. And these are the six drawbacks of this habitually gambling. And Buddha is talking about six drawbacks of bad friends. There are these six drawbacks of habitual bad friends. You become friends and companions with those who are addicts, carousers, drunkards, frauds, swindlers, thugs. These are the six drawbacks, bad friends. What Buddha's intention maybe here was like if someone is with a very bad friends, you may be knowing bad friends is the friend who doesn't follow the basic precepts. And definitely if one associated with these kind of people, definitely he will be addicted to some unwholesome things. Like he may be addicted to the alcohol or intoxicant, which he is violating the basic precept. And he gets habitual drinking as an habit, and all the bad deeds which they perform, and they would be involved in these bad deeds. And next we will go on to 6 drawbacks of laziness. There are these 6 drawbacks of habitual laziness. You don't get your work done because you think it is cold. It's too cold. It's too hot. It's too late. It's too early. It's too hungry. I am full. I am too full. By dwelling on so many excuses for not working, you don't make any more money. And the money you already have runs out. These are the 6 drawbacks of habitual laziness. That is what the Buddha said. Then the Holy One, the teacher, went on to say, some are just drinking buddies. Some call you their dear, dear friend. But a true friend is one who stands by you in need. Sleeping late, adultery, making enemies, harmfulness, bad deed, bad friends, and avarice, these 6 grounds ruin a person. With a bad friends, bad companions, bad behavior, and alms resort, a man falls to ruin in both this world and the next. Dies, women, drink, song and dance, sleeping by day and roaming at night, bad friends, avarice, these 6 grounds ruin a person. They play dice and drink liquor and consort with women loved by others, associating with the worse, not the better, they diminish like the waning moon. A drunkard, broke and destitute, thirsty, drinking in the bar, drowning in debt, will quickly lose their way. When you are in the habit of sleeping late, seeing night has time to rise, and always getting drunk, you can't keep up the household life. Too cold, too hot, too late, they say. When the young neglect their work like this, rich, riches pass them by. But one who considers heat and cold has nothing more than blades of grass. He does these duties as a man, and happiness never fails. And these are the phrases where which we discussed in the in the previous discussions. Like basically these, I would like to emphasize on the drawbacks of laziness. Like you may be seeing some persons, like they may be telling that it's too cold now to work, it's too hot, and it is late to work, I'm hungry now, I am full, and someone make excuses for doing the work, and they do not do that work. Because of them, what happens is basically they runs out of their money by not doing that work. This is nothing but we call it as habitual laziness. And these are the phrases one can read later on. These are the summary wherein Buddha is referring to the discussions which he had in the previous, like following. Basically, all these things are like we need to follow the precepts and have a good friends, good companions, and we need to have a good moral conduct in our day-to-day activities. And Buddha is again speaking about the fake friends. What basically who is friend, and who can be called as friend? Householder's son, you should recognize these 4 enemies discussed as friends: the talker, the taker, the talker, the flatterer, the spender. You can recognize a fake friend who's all take on 4 grounds. Your possession ends up theirs. Giving little, they expect a lot. They do their duty out of fear. They associate it for their own advantage. You can recognize a fake friend whose all take on these four grounds. Very good thing the Buddha was talking here. You may recognize, like in your day to day, you may see your friends how they are and what is their intention behind you talking. Like here, Buddha was saying, like who is fake friend? He is categorizing in four characteristic of these four fake friends. One is, what happens is your possessions will end up in their possession, like whatever the property which you have, like some of the property at the end of some of the days it will be theirs, and you give little but they expect a lot, those friends, and they do their duty out of fear, and they associated with you only for your for their own advantage. Like some friend may be associated with him because of his only his benefit. You may see very few, some of the people will be there who will be getting on, like getting into someone only because of his own advantage. These type of people, we cannot tell them as a friend. We can they are not true friend actually. They are fake friend, we can call. And Buddha goes on speaking about, you can recognize a fake friend who's all talk on four grounds. They are hospitable in the past, they are hospitable in the future, they are full of meaningless pleasantries. When something needs doing in the present, they point to their own misfortune. You can recognize a fake friend who's all talk on these four grounds. The Buddha was telling that the four things which I have told, the fake friends always talk based on these four things. And you can recognize a fake friend who is a flatterer on grounds. They support you equally in doing good and bad, doing bad and doing good. They praise you to your face and put you down behind your back. You recognize a fake friend who is a flatterer on these four grounds. Here, what Buddha was saying was, the friend, the fake friend is such a type of person who supports you in both, in good and bad deeds, which you do, good and bad actions which you perform. And when they talk to you, they praise you. But when with other persons, they put you down. And you can recognize they are like flatterer, like only when you talk with them they will praise you, but other time they may not praise or they may not support you. And you can recognize a fake friend who is a splendor on four grounds. They accompany when drinking, roaming the streets at night, frequenting festivals and gambling. You recognize a fake friend who is a splendor on these four grounds. Very true. Like what who is, and when this fake friend will be accompanying, these friends will be accompanying when you are drinking, they are taking an alcohol, and when you are roaming at night they will be accompanying you, and when you are habitually attending any singing or music events they will be attending with you, and the habitual gambling activities. And when someone associate with you in these activities, we can recognize him as a fake friend. And Buddha was saying, concluding in these phrases, that is what the Buddha said. Then the Holy One, the teacher, went on to say, one friend is all take, another all take, one's just a flatterer, and one's friend who spends. An astute person understands these four enemies for what they are and keeps them at a distance, and they would shun a risky road. And what Buddha was saying, like, you can easily recognize them and you can be at a distance with them. This is a very important thing. Even in the suttas, like one of the sutta, Buddha says that friends are the whole of the spiritual life, because you get associated with them. Let us say you are with a very wholesome person, very wise person, very who follows the precept. Then your thoughts, inclination, actions will be such a way that which makes you wholesome. Therefore, we need to be associated with a very wise people. And it is better not to have a friend who is unwise than to have. Let us say there are two instances. One thing is do not have any friends, and you are having a friend who is very unwise. In these two circumstances, we can say it is better not to have a friend who is unwise, and it's better to have no friends of those kind. And you can get associated with the good person, like let us say you are reading a book and who is a very wise person who has written that book. Then we are getting associated with those kind of person. Let us say you are listening some videos in YouTube, and let us say you are watching a Dhamma talk or Dhamma discussion, which is very wise, which is helpful to your mind, getting a peace. And in this way, you are cultivating or you are associating with a wise persons. These are the ways of getting a wise person. Even though you do not have any friend, it is better to have a friend like of book. You can have a wise person. In YouTube, you can have a wise discussion. And next we move on. Good-hearted friends. Householder son, you should recognize these four good-hearted friends: the helper, the friend in good times and bad, the counselor, the one who's compassionate. You can recognize a good-hearted friend who is a helper on four grounds. They guard you when you are negligent. They guard your property when you are negligent. They keep you safe in times of danger. When something needs doing, they provide you with twice the money you need. You can recognize a good-hearted friend who is a helper on these four grounds. Here Buddha is talking who is true friend. You can recognize the friend who is a good. When you are negligent, he guards you, like he protects you. Like when we are doing when we are negligent in doing some work, he tells that it's a good and it is a good thing to do good thing. He guards you in doing those things which are negligent, and he guards your property, and he keeps you safe in all times, in times of danger. And when needed, he provides in twice. And these are the qualities of a good-hearted friend one should have. And you can recognize a good-hearted friend who is the same in good times and bad on four grounds. They tell you your secrets. They tell you secrets. They keep your secrets. They don't abandon you in times of trouble. They would even give their life for your welfare. You can recognize a good-hearted friend who is the same in good times and bad on these four grounds. What are the qualities here Buddha was talking was like they tell secrets and they keep the secrets within you, and they don't they don't abandon in times of trouble. Like if you are in trouble, you can see in present circumstances that if someone faces difficulty, some of the friends would not come forward to help him. And these are not the qualities of a good friend. Good friend is a friend who comes in need Like when someone faces problem, he comes forward and helps. And he is ready to give his life for the welfare also. And he is same hearted person both in good and bad times. You can recognize a good hearted friend who is a counselor on 4 grounds. They keep you from doing bad, they support you in doing good. They teach you what you do now, they teach you what you do not know. They explain the path to heaven. You can recognize a good hearted friend is a counselor on these 4 grounds. What here Buddha was talking was, and the quality of good friend is he's a counselor, and he keeps you away from doing bad deeds, bad, and he supports in doing the good things, and he explains the path which is heaven, which will be to path to heaven. And these are the qualities of the good hearted friend. You can recognize a good hearted friend who is compassionate on 4 grounds. They don't delight in your misfortune, they delight in your good fortune. They keep others from criticizing you, they encourage praise of you. You can recognize a good hearted friend who is compassionate on these 4 grounds. The Buddha spoke this matter, then the Holy One, the teacher, went on to say, a friend who is a helper on the same in the both pleasure and pain, a friend of good counsel, and one of compassion. An astute person understands these 4 friends for what they are and carefully looks after them like a mother the child at her breast. The astute and virtuous shine like a burning flame. They pick up riches as bees, roaming round pick up pollen, and their riches proceed to grow like a termite mound piling up. In gathering wealth like this, a householder does enough for their family, and they would hold on to friends by dividing their wealth in 4. One portion is to enjoy, 2 parts invest in work, and the fourth should be kept for times of trouble. Here, good thing the Buddha was saying how to save our property or money. What Buddha was telling is out of the 4 parts, one portion is to enjoy for good things like for taking care. 2 parts is for investment in work, and fourth should be kept in saving for times of trouble. This is like the Buddha was telling how to proportionate your earnings in brief. Here, I would like to continue for 2 more paragraphs and then we will have a discussion covering the 6th direction and how the householder's son, a noble disciple, covered the 6 directions. These 6 directions should be recognized. Parents has the east, teachers has the south, partner and children as the west, friends and colleagues as the north, bond servants and workers has beneath, and ascetics and Brahmins as above. A child should serve their parents as the eastern quarter in 5 ways. Thinking, I will support those who supported me. I will do my duty for them. I will maintain the family lineage. I will take care of inheritance when they have passed away. I will make an offering on their behalf. Parents served by children in these 5 ways show compassion to them in 5 ways. They keep them from doing bad. They support them in doing good. They train them in a profession. They connect them with stable partner. They transfer the inheritance in due time. Parents served by their children in these 5 ways show compassion to them in these 5 ways. And that's how the eastern quarter is covered, kept safe and free of peril. Here, the Buddha was saying, like, the six directions. Basically, the Sigalaka was holding the palms and giving a honest adoration or salutation in six directions. Here, Buddha is talking about the directions and how he's comparing was like to compare one direction of east has parents, south has teachers, partner and children has the west, and friends and colleagues as the north, bond servants and workers as beneath, ascetics and brahmins as above. Like basically what and in another paragraph Buddha was telling about how a child has to take care of their parents, a child has to support them, and he should do duty and maintain this family lineage, and whatever the property or inherent is in then he should take care, and he should give offering after his passing away. And what are the qualities like the parents should do in favor of children was the parents should tell them, keep them away from doing the bad things, they support in them good things, and they should train in them profession, and they should connect with a suitable partner, and this they have to transfer their inheritance or property in time. And parents served by their children in these five ways will make them safe and free of danger, perilous danger. And this is a very big sutta which is one can read in. I will share this link in this chat group. It's a very good sutta for normal people like us. You can read and understand it easily, and the translation is also good, and you can refer to other translations also. Basic moral qualities, basically all this is covering the aspects of basic morality, how we should behave, or how we should do acts, how we should not do acts, and who should be our friend, who should not be our friend, what should do we do with our wealth, and what should when we like Buddha was talking about we should not roam in the night. And these are the basic morality which I feel these are the basic morality in which Buddha was talking about how to be with. Now I am, and we will discuss now. Now I will stop the sharing and we'll discuss. And we have Rovi Sethi sir also. Sir, can you say something, sir? Can you share regarding this sutta, sir? Rohi sir.
No, very good, Sutta. Really was very inspired. And it is the perfect balance between, wisdom and practical knowledge. So that's why I liked it because it's so practical and something that we can apply in our day-to-day life. So thank you very much.
Truly, sir. It is really connecting the present day, even the sutta is connecting the present day circumstances.
So relevant.
So relevant, truly, sir.
Even thousands of years ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
This is
true.
a very good Sutta.
Yes, sir. It's very good sutta, sir. And Paul, sir, do you have anything to share, sir?
Very good sutta. Thank you very much.
Yes, Paul, sir is regularly joins, sir. Roy, sir. Paul, sir regularly joins. Really appreciate him
Right.
for joining. Like definitely, even few words of Dhamma will also make us to drive in or walk in the path of Dhamma. Really, I appreciate Paul, sir. And Vitoba, sir. Vitoba Kaire, sir. Do you want to share, sir? And someone joined through VOV. Do you want to share something on the sutta? And can you share these experiences?
Sir, this is Ramu, sir.
Yes, 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 Ramu. Ramu is friend of mine. Yes,
Yes, sir. It was good, sir. Like I learned so many issues from this seminar. Good, sir.
good, sir. I will share the link of the sutta in the text tab. You can go through it. It is a very good sutta, like which is relevant in this present scenario.
Right.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir. Good, sir. Good to have you. And Rohit sir, do you want to share anything, sir?
I think the main thing is to practice. We have already, all of us have learned the technique. So once you learn it, then you have to practice it. And after practicing it, it can be as much as you can do every day. Main thing is to be consistent in your practice. So try to fix the minimum time. This much I will do, whatever happens. It can even be as little as, you know, usually they say you should meditate for at least 30 minutes. But if even that is not possible, what we say is that the minimum there is, even if 5-10 minutes, you start with that. But it's really important to be consistent in your practice. Then the next thing is to apply it. So whatever you have learned and whatever you have practiced, just try to see how you can apply it in your day-to-day life all the time. One thing is so simple, this technique, that you can just remember to smile all the time and remember to radiate metta to whoever is with you all the time. So that is something that you can do. Then the next thing is to be mindful. So when you smile, it helps you to be mindful. So you can at least keep the smile. So the smile, remember to smile and smile to remember. And when you forget and you remember, again you re-smile. The next, of course, is the 6R. So I make it into 3 pairs of, so one is smile and relax. The second is to radiate metta and to be mindful. And the third is to do the 6R and not to take anything personal. So they go very well together. The way not to take anything personal is to do the 6R. And when you do the 6R and you do all of them, it really helps not to take anything personal. Because that is the foundation. Not taking anything personally. The moment you take anything personally, that's when the dukkha starts. So that is the first step in the rolling of the wheel of dukkha. So that is something very good that we have learned from Bhante. Because he has given a very easy twist to this anatta. Because it's very difficult to understand anatta otherwise and to apply it. So he says, don't take anything personal. Or everything is impersonal, the other side of the coin. So this is what I've been trying to do.
And truly, sir, it is a you have explained the in gist the Dhamma, like following the 6 R's, and what you said was like impermanence. It's a really even today I was listening to one of the talk of Bhante Ramsey, where Bhante was saying that in that sutta, like suttas Bhante was reading, I is permanent or impermanent. Impermanent. What is impermanent is suffering or happiness. Suffering. In this way, all the senses the Bhante was covering.
Right.
Really, impermanence aspect has to be realized by oneself.
Right.
Today, now we are discussing. We don't know what will happen in the next moment,
Right.
and we need to continue to keep in a happy state by smiling and relaxing and being happy in a whatever the way the flow comes. Really, it is a good thing, sir. We have shared.
One last thing, the best way to reinforce the learning, the practice, and the application is by sharing it with others. So what you're doing today, that's a very good way. So you can share it in a very small way with someone or the others. So that also, it's all like a, like a flywheel. Every time you practice, you learn something, it deepens the practice. The practice deepens the application. The application deepens the sharing. And the sharing deepens all of it. So that's why we say that practice and service, they are two sides of the same coin.
Truly, sir, truly. Really, practice makes one's development of like one says like Shila. Shila is the basic morality, Samadhi, Samadhi, and Panya. Shila, Samadhi, Panya. Like if one follows the Sila, then he will be getting more into Samadhi. And if and when he develops the Samadhi, he develops the wisdom. And each one of these three helps interlinked, so that
Right.
if one gets a good Sila, he will have good Samadhi. And if he one have good Samadhi, definitely he inculcates, he will be having a good wisdom level or understanding level.
The first step is dana.
Yes, sir. Dana. Yes, sir.
Space,
Dana.
samadhi, and
Dana, Sila. Yes, sir. Truly, sir.
will help each other. It's like washing your hands. So with one hand, you wash the other hand. So they all help each other and they reinforce each other.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Even the smiling which we are doing now is Dana, which we feel. Yes, sir. When Bante says,
Right.
because the smiling of mind is getting connected with you and you are smiling back, and your mind gets uplifted. It is like a real Dana, which we say.
It is the highest dana. It's
Real, sir. If one is getting happy with our smile, really, it's a very good Dana, sir.
indeed. Because it is infectious.
Truly, truly, sir. Now I think we can close the session by reading the
Sharing of the merits.
sharing merits, sir. We'll share the merits, sir. I thank everyone for giving the opportunity for sharing this, reading the sutta. Even by reading this, one gets happy. It's really a good thing, sir.
No, we are all benefited by it.
Yes, sir. Sharing merit. And this is to Ramu sir. Ramu sir is my friend who joined today. I told when we are coming from office, he told that he will be joining. He's new to this. This is the sharing merit which we read after completion of our discussion after doing meditation, so that all the happiness which we incurred, which we have accrued, may be given to all. And we will read all along. You can also read, Ramu sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
May suffering ones be suffering free, and the fear struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and may all beings find relief. May all beings share this merit that we have thus acquired for the acquisition of all kinds of happiness. May beings inhabiting space and earth, Devas and Nagas of mighty power, share this merit of ours. May they long protect the Buddha's dispensation. Sa.
Uh,
Thank you everyone for joining today.
Thank you so much.
Yes, wishing you all happiness. May wish you all happiness and peace.
Yes. Sadhu.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.